I will be able to share my screen with you. Honestly, it is the first time I'm using WebEx, so I'm not familiar with it. So this is a learning experience as well for me. Okay, let's go to Unit 7 in our books, guys. Okay, now here, do you guys have your books open? Let's go to Unit 7.
Not yet.
Okay, and in Unit 7, there is, it's called What's More Dangerous? Now, in Unit 7, we have certain signs. Now, why do you think, what do you think are the reasons, in your opinion, why do you think that we use signs? Why do you think we use these, not only these warning signs we have, but in general, we have signs placed in different areas in our city, at home, at school, offices. We have different types of signs. Why do you think, what's the purpose of a sign? Who could tell us what do you think is the purpose of one of those signs, or of a sign in general? As warnings. Okay, yes, that's one of the most common uses as warnings. But there's a little bit more. That a warning is what? A warning is a type of something. Okay, it's like if we say an orange is a type of fruit, but a warning is a type of what? Like, for example, if you go to a hotel, for example, on the doors they have a little sign. It might, like, for example, the room number. That's not a warning, but what is that called? It begins with the letter A, both in Spanish and in English.
A signal.
No. It's to give an. Ever heard of the word announcement? Ever heard of that word? Announcement is to give either an advice, a warning, a notification. Those are announcements. Okay. So, for example, you go to certain cities that have what their historical center. You will see little plates on buildings that says, for example, in Mexico City, Casa de Frida Kahlo, and then it gives you a description of what happened. That's a sign, but it's not a warning. Now, in this case, in Unit 7, we're dealing with warnings, with danger. So normally, danger goes hand in hand with with warnings. Now, with these signs, have you ever seen these signs or something similar to these signs before? Like, for example, if we look at A, it says caution, precaución, active bears in area. Have you ever seen one of those signs here?
Yes, but no with bears.
Not with bears. What would you see?
One time when I was in the main road to Mexico to Cancun, I
Uh-huh.
saw a signal that said warning because there are monkeys crossing the street.
Monkeys. Okay, yes, we do see that. Actually, if you go to Puerto Morelos, you see those signs a lot because they have a lot of monkeys in the area. We might find, although we really don't see them, we have signs here about jaguars. Have you seen those? We have here in Cancun. We have a lot of signs about crocodiles, especially in the hotel zone. We have signs about crocodiles. What about B? It says danger of avalanche. What is an avalanche? Anybody have an idea of what is an avalanche?
Yeah, but
Snowfall.
in Spanish, it's avalancha. It's like it can be from how do you say tierra?
Uh, Tierra, you would say soil. You could have a soil avalanche, yes.
And snow avalanche.
Yes. There are three things that are similar. You could have a sand avalanche, you could have, or just an avalanche, which is snow, or sometimes we have what we call a mudslide. It's basically the same thing, just that it's mud, it's lodo. And you have that mostly in areas where we have a lot of mountains. Okay. Now, what about this sign, the F? What is that? What does that mean? Letter F.
That it's dangerous to be in the sea at that moment.
It's dangerous to be in the sea. Actually, the correct word is that the sea is choppy, como cortar, como chop, Choppy. That's what we call it, that the sea is choppy. You can see the image, you can see it in the image. Okay, good. Now, what do you think would happen if we don't heed signs, seguir las indicaciones, hacer caso? What do you think could happen to us?
Well, the worst scenario is that we actually get killed by by a bear because well we don't follow the instruction and the sign.
Okay, we don't know what's happening, so we could get killed or eaten. Yes. What else?
Teacher, there are people who want to enter the meeting.
They're not. They're, hold on. Okay. Okay, they're in. They're already in. Okay. So, what? Let me go back again. 1 second. Let me go back to my question. What do you think? Now, do you think these signs in general, do you think they're just like limited to one country, one state? Or do you think like these signs, they have more of an international significance? So for example, traffic lights. We all know, well, in most countries, we have the green, yellow, red traffic light. So that's based on international standards. What about signs? Do you think that they are based on international standards, or they're based on like local standards?
I think there's international because of the signal on the D. So if we see that signal is because it's it's wet. The floor is wet, and we can
Okay.
fall.
So we have the floor is wet. That caution sign. The moment you see that yellow plastic anywhere in the world, you know that they're either cleaning the floor or that the floor is wet. Correct? Yes? No?
Yes, of
Yes,
course.
yes.
Okay. Good. Now, I have a very difficult activity for you right now. Let's see if we can identify those strange animals in vocabulary 2. That should be very difficult because they're very strange animals. For example, what is letter A? Right? Check it or mark it off in your books, please. What is letter A? On vocabulary 2 on page 64.
Scorpion.
Okay, and B? Cow. C?
A lion.
Lion. D?
Deer.
Deer. E? F?
Mosquito.
G?
Elephant.
Hippo.
No, hippo.
Hippo.
H?
Buffalo.
I?
Snake.
Snake.
K?
B.
B.
L?
Elephant.
And M?
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Good. Yes, good. Now, let's go to page 65 and look at these comparisons. Okay. Now, with these comparisons, we're going to use a little or more, a lot or less. When we compare, what do we do? When we want to compare something, what is the definition of compare?
We can compare things that we want to know the difference.
Okay, we can compare things to know what are different between them, yes. Or sometimes we compare to find things that are similar between them. You are 100% correct. Okay. For example, it says lions are a little smaller than cows. It's showing a difference. Hippos are a lot bigger than deer. Again, difference. Now, these words, a little and a lot, we use them quite often. But what we don't understand is that when we use a little, we're talking that it is more, meaning that whatever word we're using, normally it is an adjective, for example, smaller, that the first object is smaller than the second object, or vice versa. The second object is larger than the first object. If we look at the example, lions are a little smaller than cows. It's saying that the lions is smaller than the cow. Okay, that is something that I am assuming you guys already know how to use. Okay, the same thing. When we say hippos are a lot bigger than the deer, we're saying that the hippopotamus is bigger than the deer. When we use a lot, it's saying that the first object is more than the second object. Now, then we have this combination, a little more. Elephants are a little more intelligent than jellyfish. Although we're using a little, we're still using the word more, which means that the first object is larger or has more capacity than the second object. And again, similarly, with a lot less, that the first object is smaller or has less capacity than the second object. In this case, mosquitoes are a lot less dangerous than scorpions. Okay? So when we use a little, the first object is bigger, depending on the adjective. In this case, it's smaller. Hippos are a lot bigger than deer. Elephants are a little bit more. Now, what I would like from you right now, okay, use a comparison for each of those words. A little, a lot, a little more, and a lot less. Use a comparison for each of them. Okay? I'll give you 5 minutes to write one sentence for each of those words. A little, a lot, a little more, and a lot less. 5 minutes to write those sentences.
Just one for each.
One for each.
For each. Okay. Teacher,
Yes.
teacher, do I have to do the comparison between animals, or I have
Whatever comparison you want. It doesn't have to be animals.
okay. Okay.
Teacher, I think there are more people who want to enter the meeting.
But we only have 19 people in the class. Okay, just Louis is missing. Okay. You guys need more time?
1 minute more.
1 minute more, please.
Go ahead. Need more time, guys?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now, who could give me, I need 4 volunteers to read me their sentences. Who could read me their sentences?
I can read
Okay, Brian?
all the sentences.
Read me 2.
Okay, the first one. 120 volts are a lot more dangerous than 12 volts.
Okay. Very good. 120 volts are a lot more dangerous than 12 volts. Very good. One more.
Crocodile bit are a lot less dangerous than hippo bit.
Okay, crocodile teeth are a lot less dangerous than a hippo's teeth. Very good. Okay, can I have another volunteer to read 2 sentences?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can read.
Okay,
Who goes first?
anybody?
Okay. It is a little more expensive to take the bus.
It is a little more expensive to take the bus. Now, in that sentence, you're not using the comparison. You're using why. Remember, the comparison is between one object and another object. You're using the superlative. You're using one object in comparison to everything else. That's another level. Actually, that is the following topic. It is a good sentence. Grammatically, it is perfectly correct. But when it's a comparative, you need to use one object and another. If you notice, Brian used the hippo and the crocodile. There are 2 objects. So in your sentence, let's add a second object. We could say taking the bus is a little bit cheaper than using a taxi, for example. Okay? Who was the one who said that just now? Was it Eduardo or Lucas?
That's me, Eduardo.
Okay, Eduardo. So can you read your sentence again?
Ah, no, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay. It is a little more expensive to take the bus than taking a taxi.
Yes. Just by adding or taking a taxi, that makes it the comparative because you're comparing the bus and the taxi. Very good. One more sentence.
Okay. Drinking water is a lot less dangerous than drinking alcohol.
Very good. That's good. Okay, who could give me 2 more sentences?
I can do that. Jupiter is a little more bigger than Saturn,
Okay, very good.
and Andromeda is a lot less closer than other galaxy.
Is a lot less closer.
Closer.
Now, there is a bit of a problem there because you're saying a lot less closer, which means that it is farther away. Es como se está haciendo, es mucho menos cerca.
I thought it was like in Spanish, it's like the como que mucho más cerca.
No.
Okay, that's my bad. Well,
So you could say that it. Can you read it again the way you have it?
Andromeda is a lot less closer than other galaxy. Other galaxies.
I think it's fine.
Let's change the word closer to farther. Es
Okay,
mucho más lejos.
Andromeda is a lot less further than other galaxies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're coming into what we call the oxymoron. That you're saying that you want to say that it is closer, but the way you're saying it, it is farther. Okay. Again, that happens because of the literal translation. But I understood your sentence. It was a very, very good try. Okay. Good. So we understand the use of these comparisons. Again, remember, a comparison is between one object and another object. That is a comparison. Okay. Now, any questions about that? Any questions about the comparisons?
No.
No.
No. Okay. Good. Now let's. I need to. See. Guys, one question. Anyone if you actually have this book in PDF?
No.
No, only physically.
Only physically.
No.
Now, let's look at exercise 9. Let's go to exercise 9. It says, look at the numbers. Well, I'll give you the numbers because you guys don't have it. Okay? Look at the numbers. Where it says crocodiles, right? 1,000. Hippos, 3,000. Mosquitoes, million. Scorpions, 3,000. Snake, 20,000. Again, 1,000, 3,000, million, 3,000, and 20,000. Now, look at those numbers. Look at those numbers. For example, we're going to complete these sentences with a little or a lot, more or less, and an adjective. For example, mosquitoes are a lot more dangerous than crocodiles. Okay? Now, those numbers that I gave you are for the amount of deaths that are registered each year because of those animals. So, for example, if we compare a mosquito and a crocodile, obviously, it sounds ironic, but the mosquitoes are more dangerous than crocodiles. Why do you think mosquitoes are more dangerous than crocodiles? Anybody have any idea?
Yeah. Well, the lot diseases that the
Mhm.
mosquito can get you through their bite.
Exactly. That is why mosquitoes, that little bitty insect, is more dangerous than a huge crocodile. Because you see a crocodile, it's por allá no voy. Well, the mosquito bites you, and you don't. There's so many different diseases that you could get from a mosquito. So let's compare these other 4 sentences, and let's make our comparatives. Crocodiles are more than mosquitoes. Hippos are scorpions. Scorpions are snakes, and snakes are something crocodiles. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay? If you need
Perfect.
any help or any questions, I'm right here. Okay? The numbers. Let me go back up again. 1 second. Crocodiles, 1,000. Hippos, 3,000. Mosquitoes, 1 to 2 million. Scorpions, more than 3,000. And snakes, 20,000. Let me see if I play the audio, if you can hear it. Let me know if you can hear it, okay?
Unit 7, Lesson 1, Exercise 8.
Yes, we
There's
can
no
hear it.
argument about the most dangerous animal in the world, which is actually an insect. It's the mosquito. It causes malaria, and every year it kills at least 1 million people worldwide, possibly even 2 million. For other animals, it's not as easy to give exact figures because people don't always report problems. But the second most dangerous animal is probably the snake. Snake bites cause at least 20,000 deaths a year, mostly in Africa, south of the Sahara. As for other dangerous animals, scorpions have a very powerful sting, and they kill more than 3,000 people every year. But you might be surprised to learn that hippos are a lot more dangerous than you think. They say that hippos kill more people in Africa than lions or buffalo or even elephants. How many? We don't know exactly, but some people say hippos kill nearly 3,000 people every year. And avoid crocodiles too. They're a little less dangerous, but they attack and kill at least 1,000 people a year. So be careful where you swim. Now,
Okay. Were you able to hear that well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me see if I can. No, it doesn't allow me to copy. Hold on. I will take a picture of the transcript and I will send it right now. I will take a picture of the transcript. I hope you can see it well. That's the text that you just heard. And I will send it to Jenny and I'll ask her to send it to the group. Okay? I already sent that. She should have it by now.
Perfect.
Okay, are we finished? Who is not finished?
I think I'm finished.
Okay, you think you're finished. Good. Let's look at these. Who could answer number 2 first? Who could answer number 2 first?
I'm gonna answer.
Okay.
Crocodiles are a lot less dangerous than mosquitoes.
Okay. Number 3. Who could answer number 3 first?
I can.
Okay, go ahead.
Hippos are less dangerous than scorpions.
Okay. Number 4.
Teacher,
Yes.
number 3, I use a little more. It's correct?
No, yeah, I'm just hearing your answer because we could have different options. It
Okay.
doesn't have to be just one option.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Number 4.
Um,
Dangerous than snakes.
Again.
Scorpions are less dangerous than snakes.
Okay. Good. And then number 5.
snakes are a lot dangerous than crocodiles.
Okay. Good. Now, from the options that you heard just now, anybody have or has a different option?
Yeah.
What options do you have?
I use hippos are a little more dangerous than scorpions. On the number 3.
Okay, that is correct. Yes.
I use the same, number 3.
You have the same one, the same answer?
Yes, in number 3.
Okay, that is also correct. Like I said, they could have different we have different variations. So it's not just limited to one answer. Okay? Good. Now, for your homework, in number 11, it says speaking. I want you to record yourself, not video, just audio. Okay? Describe 2 animals. Compare 2 animals. Okay? Now, this recording should not be more than 30 seconds long. Okay? Do not tell us what is the first animal. For example, if I were to I'll make this easy for you. If I were to say, this animal has no legs, but a centipede has 100 legs. This animal can slither on the ground and can glide on water. This animal can also climb trees, but has no legs. What do you think I'm talking about?
Maybe a worm?
A worm?
Maybe.
Could be. What other options do we have that looks like a worm?
Snake.
A snake. Did I mention snake? I never said the word snake.
No.
The comparison that I made with the other animals had you create this mental image. And that's what I want from you. Okay? I'll send it in classroom right now so you can upload the audios and we will listen to that next class. Okay? Create this 30 seconds audio, only the audio, not the video, in which you compare one animal to other animals, describing this one animal. but do not mention the animal that you are describing. For example, I never mentioned snake, but I mentioned centipede, and I mentioned other things. Do something to that effect. Okay? Do you guys have any questions about your homework? I will send it to you in classroom anyhow, so you will have the description of what I'm looking for in text.
No.
It's fine.
Okay? So that will be for next Tuesday. I want you guys to have that in classroom by today's Tuesday. I want you guys to have it in classroom by Friday. Do you think you can have it in classroom by Friday? So I have time to go over it and have it ready for class on Tuesday. Remember, it's only 30 seconds. That's it. Is that okay with you guys?
I think so. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Good. So, any questions about what we saw today? Good. Well, if you guys have no questions, that is where we will leave it for today. And I will see you here next Tuesday. Okay?
Perfect.
Okay, guys. Okay. You have a good night, and I will see you here on Tuesday. During the rest of the day, that homework will arrive in classroom.
Excellent.
Okay?
Okay.
See you guys on Tuesday. Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
See you.
See you.